where knowledge can bring so much joy to the world, where knowledge can be earned from the tip of your fingertips. Pustaka Negeri Sarawak aims to provide that necessity to the people of the far and near, with facilities that is equipped with the up-to-date technology. Research and studies would be a breeze. In an era where knowledge can bring so much joy to the world, where knowledge can be earned from the tip of your fingertips. Pustaka Negeri Sarawak aims to provide that necessity to the people of the far and near, with facilities that is equipped with the up-to-date technology. Research and studies would be a breeze. Understanding the needs of the many, where knowledge seeking is crucial for the growth of the mind. We made it our ultimate goal to serve you the best knowledge center available. Outside our walls, we go and reach out to users and potential users in hard-to-reach areas. We'd go over and beyond by traveling to the suburbs to spread knowledge. To enlighten them through several knowledge activities via Pustaka's knowledge resources in our collection. Our responsibility to share latest technology and information. This way, we can ensure that the passion to seek knowledge never fades. It is our utmost mission to cater for and exceed the expected information needs of our users. For such noble cause, we study the profiles of our varied users to undermine their information requirements, get the needed information resources in whatever available formats, printed, non-print or online, and match them with the requirements. We take the extra miles of informing users about our rich information resources and tell them step by step how to identify, select, retrieve, and use these resources. We want our users to be literate in information and knowledge. We want them to be our knowledge beneficiaries. As our priority to preserve the knowledge and our heritage collections, we are committed to provide the user with access for those special and unique collections of Sarawak. With the facilities for storage and repositories, we ensure all the collections and public records which are more than 25 years old, and other documents, papers, instruments, statutes and statutory order, regulations or decrees directed by State Secretary to be maintained, preserved and kept in the State Depository on account of their historical value or public importance. We are eager to expand by preserving the collections through legal deposits, donation, bequeath, oral history, and also transfer of public records for permanent preservation, regardless of its format and media. By creating standard bibliographic records, we will ensure the library resources or materials published in Sarawak can be accessed and will be preserved for future generations. We are going beyond boundaries in order to guide, advise and train all Sarawak government agencies with focus on the implementation of records and archives, management practices and standards thoroughly for Sarawak civil service. Researchers can use our facilities to do research on specific materials, whereby assistance is always available.
Having been here almost 20 over years as a user of Pustaka, it has been a very encouraging experience. Looking at the staff, how they operate this place, and for the past 20 years, this place is still in a very good shape, and it's even better now. So this is something that is very encouraging for us as users.
I think the best thing is that the library actually somehow in a small way that changed my life. First of all, I think the best is that I don't have to buy so many books, and then you don't have to search so far away, but you already can find it in the library. It makes my life easier. You can see, maybe you say reader is very confined to this, maybe very introvert, but actually the books make you more extrovert, meaning that you can actually connect with people better. Thank you very much, Pustaka Negeri Sarawak.
Welcome to the Sarawak State Library, one of the most unique libraries in the world that is surrounded by a park. Whether you are in need of learning materials, reference material, conducive learning environment, the free Wi-Fi, a recreational place for you and your family, or if you're a fitness junkie and looking for a place to jog or work out, the Sarawak State Library got that covered for you.
Hi, my name is Charlie. Let me introduce you to the Sarawak State Library. Other than the Sarawak State Library in Kuching, we have other branch which includes the Sarawak State Library Miri branch and the State Record Repository. The State Library houses a variety of collections which includes the main collection, the reference, the special collections and electronic collections. The main collections include topics ranging from philosophy, religion, social sciences, languages, pure science, technology, art, literature, and history.
We do have non-fictional collection to suit your leisure reading. Did I mention that we have newspaper that we update daily and are available in the newspaper room? No, we have that too. The reference material range from dictionaries, manuals, handbooks, encyclopedias, and atlases. The reference material can be identified from the red label at the spine of the book. These materials are only to be used in the library and not to be borrowed. Photostating is allowed. Simply purchase the photocopy card at the circulation counter level 1. The special collection consists of the Malaysiana collections and Sarakiana collections. To complete these, we have the collections suits our junior reader. Now, these collections are available for the younger user at the Children Infotech, which is the ground floor of the library. Aside from that, we have computers available for you at the same floor in the Multimedia Gallery MMG. To use a computer, make sure that you have registered as a member of the library. Then, just fill in the logbook at the registration counter, and that is about it. Other than the mentioned material, other material is accessible online. For the convenience of our user, we provide online services as well.
I'm talking about the Online Public Access Catalog OPAC. All our collections are registered in the OPAC, whereby it can be accessed anytime, anywhere. With that being said, by simply looking up www.librarynet.com.my, user get to check the availability of the books that they are interested in online.
OPAC also allow user to locate the materials that they want by obtaining the call number of the book. Call number can be seen at the spine of the book.
In other words, you can browse our OPEC and locate the material that you want and reserve it if the status is checked out at the comfort of your home. How convenient is that?
In the case that the book is available in other library, loaning book is made possible with the interlibrary loan, whereby user could loan books from other library with just a fee of 2 ringgit. What's more, book loan is available for institution or agency that have registered with the library. This institution can loan up to 50 to 200 books without fee. Aside that, we have vast online database collection exclusively for our member. Our online databases includes journal, magazine, newspaper, and books. To enjoy the unlimited pass, simply log in using the username and password that you have created during registration. Other than browsing the OPEC for books and accessing the online database, you could also do an online renewal and request for books too. Wi-Fi is available for our user at the library compound. To connect to the Wi-Fi, select LibraryNet from the list of Wi-Fi available, and a pop-up will appear asking for the username and password that you have created during registration. Fill that in and you have the access.
Now all these are accessible to our member for free. You heard that right, for free.
To register, simply provide the librarian at the registration counter on the ground floor with your identification card or passport. The librarian will guide you to fill in a short online form. Activation will be done immediately after you press the submit button. Just remember to approach the librarian for your membership activation. Renewal of membership done yearly.
Like the registration, the renewal of membership is also free. Having the habit of misplacing things? Afraid not, we do not provide our user with membership card. However, to access all the services and for future transaction, you will only need to show our librarian your IC.
Our membership are open to the public starting from kids age 4. In addition, you have registered and have forgotten your username or password, approach the friendly librarian and they will surely lend you a hand.
Now on to the do's and don'ts in the library. While we are striving to provide you with the best services, please adhere to the followings. No food and flavored drinks allowed in the library. No smoking at the library. Keep your volume to minimum when you are in the library. Remember to leave books that have been taken out from the shelf at the trolley provided or the counter. Do not leave your personal belongings unattended. The library is not a playground, therefore books are not toys. For this and more information on the Sarawak State Library, head to our website www.pustaka-sarawak.com. Feel free to give us a call at 082-442-000 or drop us an email to librarian@sarawak.gov.my. Stay tuned for all events or activity hosted by the library, or for any updates and announcement, follow us on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Well, that is all from me. See you at the library.
In an era where knowledge can bring so much joy to the world,
Good afternoon and welcome to today's online database training on Kortext. If you haven't already confirmed your attendance, kindly do so by clicking the link provided to you in the chat box. E-certificate will be provided for your participation today, so do ensure that you enter your name and IC number correctly. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to all of you. If you are watching us from our Facebook page, YouTube, wherever you are, welcome and thank you for making time with us this afternoon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's session on Kortext is brought to you by Lifelong Learning and Information Literacy Division of Pustaka Negeri Sarawak. Ladies and gentlemen, Kortext is a digital platform that provides students and educators with access to academic e-textbooks. Our objective today are to first is to understand the role and benefit of Kortext. Participants will be able to identify the purpose of Kortext as a digital e-textbook platform and its value in supporting teaching, learning, and research in academic settings. Next is to gain proficiency in navigation and interactive features. Participants will be able to effectively navigate the Kortext platform and use key features such as searching for books, highlighting, note-taking, bookmarking, and offline reading. Now, allow me to introduce to you. With me today is Mr. Yogesh Chander. Mr. Yogesh, how are you?
I'm doing very well, Charlene. Thank you very much for having me today.
Yes, it's good to have you today. Otherwise, I will be talking to myself. That won't be fun, I guess.
That's true.
All right. So a little intro here that I have for Mr. Yogesh Chander is he is a Kortext representative in Southeast Asia region and is responsible cover institutional alliances and partnerships and has successfully helped academic institution to drive digital transformation strategy backed by training and support. Is that right?
You covered right. Absolutely. This is the main role which I carry.
I see. So you are used to training students?
Well, yes, I would say the institutions, those who offer the post-tech services, I'm the one who not only look after the alliances part, but also the post-sale services such as, training the users so that they can be able to spend, good amount of time on the learning and use the platform to the optimum level.
We're honored to have you. Thank you for being with us today. Now, Mr. Yogesh, before we begin, I would like to share with our audience how to access Kortext through our OPEC page, yeah?
Sure.
All right, so give me a moment. Kena kami sipat share screen. Kami sipat share screen lah. Ikut lo. Tanya Bang Ton lah. Yeah. Give me a moment. All right, so this is the guide as to how you can access the online database Kortext. So first and foremost, what you need to do is to ensure that you have linked your account with Sarawak ID, and then you do this. Search for OPEC Pustaka Negeri Sarawak. It should be the link with pustaka.librarynet.com.my. Click on that and it will bring you to the OPEC page. And as you can see here, on the top left corner is where you log in. So here, as I mentioned earlier, be sure that you have linked your account with Sarawak ID. And if you haven't do so, you can do so. If you need help, you can just email us. Right, so log in using the username and the password of your Sarawak ID or your ShopPay, like so. Once you have logged in, you will encounter this and press continue. Then you will be brought to this page whereby you have logged in. You will see an icon to your left side and click on Online Database tab. Here, to access the ebook, scroll down and you will see ebooks at Pustaka. And then scroll downward and you will see Kortext. So this is how you access Kortext. Just click on the link and then it will prompt you to view and click on view to access. So as I mentioned earlier, if you have any issue, just email us at librarian@sarawak.gov.my. All right, so that is how you can access the database, all right? So ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question along the way, please just ask. Leave your question at the chat box and we will go to it as we go or at the end of the session. With that, I will hand over the session to Mr. Yogesh.
Yes, thank you, Charlene. This is very quick. Good afternoon to everyone once again. My apology that I do not speak the regional language. I will carry this session in English. In case, as Charlene said, any questions, you can park it for the later part of this demonstration. So let me quickly share my screen and then run you through the platform demonstration. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Is it visible?
Okay, thank you very much. All right, so the process which is being demonstrated by Charlene, that what are the steps you need to take on your own OPEC platform to reach to the Kortext. The moment you will land into the Kortext platform after clicking that, ebooks at Pustaka, then Kortext link, you will be landed on this particular page called Kortext Reader. So the Kortext Reader, when you land in, you will see two headers on top, which is Kortext Library and the collection section. I'll tell you the basic differentiation between them. Pustaka, your state library has acquired 13 books from us, which will all sit under the Kortext Library. You can see all these books here. If you click on the See More, it will show you all the books here, whatever is being acquired. But not only this, you would also have additional access to a Kortext open resource collection of 37,000 plus ebooks. And then you can utilize it based on your own understanding or your own, just a minute. Let me just put it here. Here, if you click on the view collection, you could able to see the entire 37,000 ebooks, and then you can, further navigate them basis on the subject, publisher, year on publication, authors. Not only this, in case if you are looking for a specific term, you can also apply that specific term over here and then utilize it. Now, what I'm going to do is next, I'm going to show you the actual user experience on the Kortext platform. So some of the things which Charlene said, that you could definitely create notes, you can highlight your content, you can read in the offline mode. All that is possible once you will start using the book. So let me open this book called Digital Marketing. First of all, you are in a completely new environment. You may not know anything about Kortext. The moment you will open a book for the first time, it will prompt up with whether you would like to take a tour of the platform or you would like to visit the student hub. If I'll say that, okay, fine, I would like to visit the student hub, it will take you onto a section in the Kortext environment where you would be able to see how to use the Kortext platform, the accessibility features, and then Kortext also support your learning by mobile native apps. So we support all the native apps, be it Android, iOS, Mac, or even Windows. So you can also utilize that way of that medium of learning for your own learning purposes. And if you talk about the tour, it will simply take you on the tour of the Kortext platform. But for the time being, I'm on the book I can able to see some of the basic feature sets in the book. Let's say if I need to search anything within the book, I can probably do that. Let me just look for a term called online marketing. I can see wherever the online marketing is appearing within this book. Then, if that is not important, I can able to see the entire table of content of this particular book here. And basis on that, I can simply jump onto that particular section. Some of the activities you might have done against the books will get captured. So let's say if you bookmark a particular page, that will be part over here. Notes will also start appearing if you create a note. If you have created a flashcards, all that I will come in a while, which will, after using these, I'm going to show how it will going to appear. Now you are here on this particular book, and then you could probably say that may not be the right, description, or rather I would say the visibility of the book. So of course you can increase and decrease your font sizes. Not only this, you would also have options to use the background color based on your own reading habits. So as a learner, whatever is comfortable to you, you can apply these, different tones, and then you can start reading it. And then we have got multiple of fonts available on the Kortext platform, which will help you to learn it the way you wish to learn it. So here you can see this is a font particularly for people, those who have any kind of reading disorder called open dyslexia. And then we have multiple of other fonts available as well, which can be utilized by the learners. Now, these are some of the basic feature sets. And then while I'm reading the book, I personally feel that, reading is not complete until I create some interactive notes or I do some interactivity. Now, while I think that this section is important, I wanted to create a note against that. Now the question comes in, can I create? Yes, you can create, but these all are personalized features on Kortext platform. So to use personalized features, it will ask you to join Kortext for free. So it means you can create your own Kortext account into the, Kortext. So let's say if I say that, fine, I just wanted to create my own account into Kortext, and for the time being, I'll say, like, and I'll say, no, I do not want it. I just wanted to agree to the policies of Kortext. I simply create my own Kortext account. Now, what will go to happen is once you will land into your own Kortext account, you will see there are multiple of other headers included as well. But if you go into Kortext library, the one which I have shown you in the beginning, you can able to see all the books your university has subscribed, and then you can utilize it. And then you will also have access to collections, which comprises of 37,000 plus ebooks. And then you could also have other, sections as well, such as My Library and My Files. Now I will show you the actual user experience onto the Kortext platform. I was on this particular book called Marketing, and then I'll say, I would like to finish the tour, like to go skip it for the time being. Let me just refresh my page for a minute and show you. Now, I was on this book called Digital Marketing. The moment I have gone into Kortext library and clicked on a book which I'm using, what you will able to see is the book will get automatically added into my library section. So my library section is a personalized learning space of a learner. Any book you would like to take from the library or collections will get added into your My Library section. So it means you are kind of organizing your own learning environment within the Kortext platform. Now, when I go onto this, I am here in the book. And again, if I say that, fine, I would like to go a bit better in terms of the reading experience. I've shown you some of the feature sets here. I would like to show you some other feature sets which are really, really interesting. Now, a lot of time the learners are reading, but they are tired of keep on reading. You can put your content into read aloud, and what it will do, it will convert your text into speech. Not only you can read the content, you can also listen to the content in Kortext. Let me start it.
Chapter 3: Digital Marketing and Social Entrepreneurship in Vietnam. NGO Sealer and Vanessa Rat 10. Abstract: Digital marketing is becoming the dominant marketing community.
So I hope everyone could able to hear the voiceover. So as a learner, if I'm in a place where I cannot read my content, I can put the book into read aloud and it will start reading the book for me based on each pages. So of course, every page you will have read aloud. You just need to click on read aloud and it will start reading that particular page for you. So that's a really useful tool for the learners in case if they are somewhere where they cannot continue. Now, of course, you can able to create notes. I will come to that little later, but for the time being, I'll just show you one of the feature sets called flashcards. Now, flashcards is primarily being used by the student community to create flashcards and then use, that for their own reading purposes for the, for the time when they have very limited time to revise or, go on to the exam. So it usually have a front side and the back side. So if I say, what is online marketing? I have got this a front side and I go onto another side of, let's say, some website and got some information. I'll just pull it and I create a flashcard for myself into Kortext platform. And I can show you how useful it will become for you in future when you need to understand that particular concept of work. Now, of course, you can have as many as flashcards created against the book and keep it in your disposal so that you can able to use it when you need to use them. Not only this, as a learner, what I can also able to do is I can able to create notes. Now, these notes creations are something really interesting. If I say this is must read section in this book. Now, I have created a particular note on this particular book, and then I think that this is not enough. I would probably need to embed anything along with it. I would have options to embed questions, images, videos, and further links from your external sources. For the time being, I have got a video, and I simply take that video and then embed that into my note, and then I can see I have got this note already created against this particular book, this section, and I save it. And I will show you how you can able to view it in future. Now, the note creation is, of course, helps you to embed, as I said, videos, images, articles, files, and then use it for your future referencing in future. Not only this, within the Kortext environment, the best part is that these videos can also be shared among your students and your friends or peers within this environment. I will come to that in a minute, after showing you some of the other capabilities onto the Kortext platform. So you can see that, there is a read aloud, which helps you to continue your reading if you are not in a space where you can carry on reading. And then you can definitely create notes. You can create a flashcard as well. And then you could also have options such as copy text, copy references, and all the other things. The best part is the notes can be segregated in different highlighted colors basis on any kind of differentiation you would like to apply, and then use it as much as you would like to. Now, anything, as I said in the beginning of my conversation, any activity you do against the book will be captured somewhere in these sections. So let's say I have just bookmarked a particular page of this book. I can able to see all the bookmark pages over here. If I've created any note against the books, I can see those notes over here and I will be taken on that particular section of the book. And in case if I have created any flashcards against this book, I can also able to see the flashcard. So flashcard, as I said, it has got two sides. Here I'm having the first side, but is online marketing, and I can able to see the overall description of that. So it really helps me in terms of memorizing, revising these piece of important informations as and when I want it. Then of course I can able to export references if I've got access to RefWork and the EndNote solutions. And then you can able to print based on the print limit which has been applied against this particular book by the Kortext for your institution. So that's how you could able to interact within the book with the capabilities built on the Kortext platform. But now I have also talked recently, I mean, very few minutes back about the collaborative learning environment. Now, if you see, you have got a group functionality over here. Now, under the group functionality, you can able to create groups. So if I just say test account state library server. Now, what happens is I have created a group, and then I can invite my students or I can invite my friends into this group by just adding their email ID and send them invite. Once they accept that invite, what will happen? They will become part of this particular group. Now, the best part of the group is if I go back on this particular book called Digital Marketing, I go on to the note which is being created, and I say I would like to share this note with my friends into the group. Now this is being added and shared. And if you go back now to the group, what will you see? That there is a note which is being shared. So it drives the overall collaboration between the peers or students, by instructors. Anyone who is part of this group and has got the legal authorized access to the book can able to simply click on the note and go on to that particular section of the book and then click and then view the note, and then they can see that particular note which has been created, and then they can also able to see there is something which is further embedded with it. If they will click on
Thanks
it,
to HubSpot for sponsoring today's video.
it will not only open here, it can also take
With
them
a great
onto
idea, you just want to get things down.
it will not only open over here, it can also take them onto the environment where this video is being posted. So really powerful tool in terms of driving the student engagement, in terms of driving the collaborative learning environment within the Kortext environment. Now, I have largely covered about the experience part. Of course, I have talked about the Kortext library, but I have also said that you would have further access to the 37,000 plus OER ebooks from Kortext. So now if I'll say that marketing, I'm looking for a book on marketing. Let's see, I just type that term and I can see I've got multiple of books on marketing. Probably this is the book which might be of interest to me, called Principle of Marketing. I click it and I can use it with the same learning tools which has been built over here as much as I would like to. Of course, you can have options to zoom in and zoom out based on your reading habits. You can definitely have the same learning experience. Now, the moment you go back from collections, you will go onto Kortext library. You can see the book is being organized here into my library section. Sometime down the line, when you would say that this particular two books are no longer interest to me, you can simply remove them from your library and you can then organize your library again. So that's how you organize your My Library section, utilize the books which has been acquired by your institution or additionally given by Kortext under the Kortext collection section. One very important part of this platform is My File section. Once you have registered yourself, you would have access to My Files, My Library and My File section. And now the My File section is extremely powerful. Now, what I personally feel that the learning is not just limited to the particularly to the to the content which is being given by your own institution. You find a lot of articles, other content which might be relevant for you to study and carry on your educational requirements. Now I go on this particular section and I say that probably this is a file which I have taken from web. An article could be of interest to me. What I can do, I can upload that into my own Kortext account and then I can utilize it. Now, while this is getting loaded, I can get any such articles being loaded into my Kortext account. And with the same feature sets which I have into the Kortext, I can utilize the same feature sets. I can create notes. I can, put the content or read aloud. I can, copy. Of course, I can, do the other set of things as well. Then I can utilize it. So now if you see, this is loaded. I click on this particular article, which I have loaded from my system into the Kortext environment, and then I can use it. I can put it into the read aloud, it will convert my text into speech. I can create notes, I can keep it, I can bookmark, all that can be done.
Outcomes of best practices in classroom research 197 artificial intelligence.
So you could able to do all the feature sets which are available here, and then you can utilize it to the optimal level. So the learners not only get access to the ebooks, they get access to gamut of other learning tools as well, which will able to drive the engagement for them into the Kortext account. Now, of course, you have seen the overall experience onto the Kortext account. You can definitely search through your content from this particular section. If I say that, let me look for a term called artificial intelligence. I'm just saying one book related to the artificial intelligence, which is there in my library. But one thing which I would like to show you is really amazing. I can see there are multiple of other books which has got artificial intelligence pairing software. I click on this particular book and then the navigation is so deep that I can able to see some of the description where the artificial intelligence appearing. And then if it is not something which is of interest to me, I can go to another book. I click on the section and it will take me on that particular section of the book. And then I'm spending more time against reading or learning rather than, when searching through the main words which I'm looking for my academic purposes. So with this, I think I have almost come to the end of the demonstration on the Kortext platform, particularly from the user experience perspective. But Kortext platform reading is not just limited to the web or online apps. We also have got a offline reading app, which you can probably download it from here and then download the books in your own offline reading app and utilize it. So Kortext helps you learning web, apps, and then offline reading mode as well, so that you can continue your studies and gain better knowledge. So with this, I'm almost at the end of the user experience part onto the Kortext platform and my demonstration for today. Any questions? I'm happy to take. Charlene, over to you now.
All right. Thank you for that walkthrough, Mr. Yogesh. So our team is still checking if we receive any question, but I do have question here.
Please.
Right. So when you mentioned that, I am curious actually, is it like, what is the term to use? Is it borrowing the book? Is it still, let's say if the book is borrowed, right? Is it still available to other people to access?
Well, that's a good question. So I think to best of my understanding, majority of the titles which has been borrowed by state library, it has been borrowed on an unlimited concurrency basis. So it should not restrict any users to use the titles.
All right.
So you can definitely borrow, but it will not prevent or stop others to use the book simultaneously as well.
Okay, that's nice. That's good. And then when you mentioned about the offline reading, can you go to the feature and show us actually how to download it? Like
okay, so I can show you. So you can simply download the app from this particular section, it will take you onto the App Store, right? Download the app, whatever the app supported on your device, whether it is Mac, Android, or Windows, right? And then once you download it, I'll show you my Kortext app, which has been downloaded over here in my own laptop. So here, if I have downloaded something on a Windows supported device, it will operate on a Windows device. So you choose your own, device and the operating system. I can see the books which are in my another demo account. I could able to see all those books, and then I can simply download them by clicking here when I'm in internet. And once that download has happened, I'm good to go to read it offline as much as I wanted. So here, if you see, if I need to download this book first in my offline app, this has been downloaded. It shows, yes, it has been downloaded, and then I can utilize it into the Kortext app in an offline reading environment. So here you can see this is the book, which is in a different environment. Of course, this is not the same environment which I've shown you. I can utilize it the way I want it. So it is very simple. I just need to go there, download the, if I go down, as I said, go into your account, download Kortext app. It will take you here. Sorry, and download the device which support the operating system of your handset or tablet or laptop, and simply you will see that it will ask you to put your username and password, login credentials you have already put it, and then you can simply download the book there in the offline app and read it as much as you want it.
Is there like an expiry date? Like,
So-
will the document disappear?
So typically, we definitely have. So I think I need to check, whether it is a time duration which is being captured in discussion with the state library. But typically, I mean, these could be anything between 7 days to 15 days would be kept there.
Okay. So does the function still works on the offline version? Because I did saw when you opened the
Yeah.
the app
So
earlier.
absolutely. So you can create notes. You can definitely, also put the content on read aloud mode. And then, but once you create the notes, those notes would be there in the offline unless you synchronize that when you are online. So the moment you become online, automatically you will see that your notes have been synchronized, and then it would also be available in the online. So in terms of parity of features, I would say read aloud work in both online and offline. And in the offline, you could also able to create notes. You can able to create flashcards, and then you can also able to, create the rest of the, copying text, and all those are very much available in the offline reading environment as well.
That's nice. That's nice that all the feature also works on offline version as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have no question. No
All right.
question from the online audience. Thank you, Mr. Yogesh, for the clear and helpful walkthrough on Kortext.
Thank you very much for everyone spending time out of their, busy schedules, this afternoon in Malaysia. And I hope this session is useful and they will start utilizing the books which has been acquired by the State Library, and also utilize the learning tools being on the Kortext platform along with the Kortext OER collection.
Oh yes, it is useful indeed. We do have some last minute question here. We have
Sure.
one from Dorothy, who is asking how many subscribed titles are there?
So if I think there are about 18 or 20 such titles which has been acquired, which are the paid content, which is available, and then you will definitely have access to the rest of the Kortext OER collection. So if I'm not wrong, these are 17 titles which has been acquired by the State Library right now from Kortext.
So this, are we able to like does that mean that we're able to subscribe more?
Absolutely. So you can definitely subscribe more titles from the Kortext. And then the best part of the Kortext is this is not just one publisher content. Kortext work with almost 8,000 publishers across the world. And then we can help you to acquire content of other publishers' content, put it into Kortext, and then utilize in the same learning environment which I have demonstrated today.
I understand. I think it is also safe to say that because we do not know we're unsure of the demand. So let's say if our user require more reference book or like a specific publisher, I think they can just let us know so that we will acquire or subscribe that from Kortext, right?
Absolutely right.
Right. Okay, so another question is asking if the app is free. Yes, it is free. It is free with Pustaka Negeri Sarawak membership, and so long as you have linked your account with Sarawak ID, as I've mentioned earlier. And then the next is, yes, so if you borrowed virtually, the book that you borrow is what is the book that you'll get. That's the question asking. If the book is borrowed, it's the same. Will you receive the same book?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Right.
borrowing is very simple. So as we said, when you go into the library, my Kortext library, or when you go into the collection, the best part of the platform is the moment you click on the book, it will get added into your My Library section. It means you have borrowed that book. That's on the online version. But if you borrow the book in the offline reading app, which means download, you can download the book in the offline app and then utilize it. Nowhere the book would be different because you are looking for a book on marketing management, right? Let's say online marketing. You will 100% get access to that particular book only. So borrowing of same book which you see on the platform.
Yes. So I think we have answered all questions, and I also have attached a PDF there for our online audience to see later on how to access the Kortext. All right, and then I think that's all. That's all. And then before we end the session, for our online audience, kindly fill the beneficiary form, which is provided in the chat box of Zoom and Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today as we explore and navigate the online database together. If you have more questions, you can just email us at librarian@sarawak.gov.my, which I have also attached. I have also included in the PDF. So don't be shy. We will assist you. And then do remember to fill in the beneficiary form, and thank you for your active participation and support have truly made this session a success. So as I mentioned earlier, if you have any issue related to your membership, if you want to link your account, feel free to reach out to us at librarian@sarawak.gov.my. Our team will be happy to assist you. Once again, thank you for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next session. Thank you, Mr. Yogesh.
Thank you, Charlene, and thank you everyone who has participated, and I hope this is useful for all of you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right, yes. Have a good day.
Thank you. Good day to everyone. Bye-bye.
I'm just going to stay here for a bit.
Tersergam indah megah menjadi kebanggaan kita, bukti wawasan dicita, maklumat dan pengetahuan, penuh terhimpun harta ilmu untuk kita terokan. Pustaka Negeri Sarawak, wadah ilmu untuk semua. Bersama kita manfaatkannya. Pustaka Negeri Sarawak, berteknologi dan berusaha, berkhidmat ikhlas untuk kita. Pustaka Negeri Sarawak. Tersergam indah megah, jadi kebanggaan kita, bukti wawasan dicita, maklumat dan pengetahuan, penuh terhimpun harta ilmu untuk kita taruhkan. Pustaka Negeri Sarawak, wadah ilmu untuk semua, bersama kita manfaatkannya. Pustaka Negeri Sarawak, berteknologi dan berusaha, berhikmat ikhlas untuk kita. Pustaka Negeri Sarawak. Dipenuhi aktiviti, sentiasa di